We are the Arcturians. Greetings in the love and the light of the One Supreme Creator. It is a great pleasure to be in touch with you, and thank you for calling us to share our opinions and insights with your kind. Before we begin, however, we ask you to consider our thoughts and reject those that do not immediately seem to help you in any particular way in your spiritual journey. And if you find something that may accelerate your spiritual evolution, we would be extremely happy. Today, this instrument seeks to understand dreams and how they can be interpreted and understood. Dreaming is an act that allows communication to occur through the veil that persists in your planet at this time. A means to transfer information, a means to share knowledge to the self by the other oversouls and the higher self, in order to properly reflect and learn from the illusion that persists at present around yourself. The nature of this activity is wholly dependent upon the situation regarding the energy center blockages, activations, and crystallizations of a given soul. Dreaming is of great value in assisting each self in making the decision of choosing the path of polarization. If there exists any blockage in the mind regarding any new experience, or the coming of something wonderful in the life of a soul, such blockages may be represented in the dreams in the form of a different variety of environments, such as one soul being trapped in a room or inside a cabin of some sort. And on finding the escape from such dreams, the oversouls are communicating with the one involved in such dreams about the necessity of looking at things with a different perspective. Dreams are often used as a way of providing necessary information to a spiritual seeker. The dream state is properly capable and equipped to handle complex and shifting values and some conscious and unconscious, as well as subconscious values that lie in the dream world. The state of dreams is fashioned in such a way as to allow maximum transfer of information. Many of your kind not understanding the true meaning behind dreams reject the dream state as fictitious. Sometimes, to an unexperienced one, dreams may seem useless and nonsensical. But to an experienced soul who has spent some time with care and attention to prepare in the remembering and considers dreams as a resource of the mind, to such a one, it is a beneficial tool and ever wise teacher to the conscious mind, expressing in details the tapestry of deep energies that move through the self during the incarnation process. We must first tell that all figures that appear in a dream are not different entities but the self. They are your own self. The self is a large entity. It is hard to express using your language terms. Inside each self there lies within the foreshadowings of all potential possible states of mind, including all feelings, emotions, and situations. If in your dream you see a female person or you interact with a female person, then such figure represents the figure of a mother and contains, shall we say, the essence or heart of the female dynamics. The female contains the whole world within them, because from their wombs all must come into manifestation. If you see a female figure in your dreams walking with you, that it may mean that your manifestations are coming closer, and whatever you desire is on the way. However, if you become a female in the dream, if you are a man in your current incarnation, then for sure you have achieved your desire and it is ready to manifest into your reality. We encourage you to rejoice, for in a dream state, whatever you see is enhanced so much so that there is a creation of different reality to the dream that is much greater than waking reality. Your subconscious is always far more fully conscious than your waking consciousness. In the dream state, there is no misinterpretation that gets normally added in your life by the so-called ego mind, by your kinds. Your dream state is a true reflection of your inner state of consciousness. What you see in your dreams has been impressed onto your subconscious mind. Consider this, for example, for a person who is considered rich and possessing everything, will not have a dream wherein he does not own anything. This is what we mean by subconscious impressions. Thusly, were this information to be given in a waking vision, there would be necessity be some bias within the self which would form the pattern for the translation of these bright images into the grays, the purple, off-white and tan of human experience as you know it, all the shades of gray and tan, the colors of shadow rather than substance. Your dreams are skillfully created by yourself for the self in a manner that creates another illusion within the already existing illusion that is ever present all around you. Yet the dream is created with the defined perceptions of this illusion that you currently find yourself in at the moment. The male figures in a dream represent the various guides that assist you in your journey throughout this incarnative experience, allowing a mixture of opportunities for the self to learn from the guides in the dream state and to gather any necessary information for the progression of the self in the next phase of its lessons and learnings. Then we hope that you will ponder upon your existence at this moment and realize what it means to be a man and a woman. The power of creation is the female and the power of guidance is the male, both generating a coherent experience of the self and the other selves to experience a diverse creation of an illusion within the illusion of sorts. Dream casts a certain glamour over the experience. Dreams are fantastic, immensely immersing and real for the self that indulges in it. Sometimes it gives glimpses of the reality that is beyond the current physical senses. It provides a generative reference experience for the self to understand the possibilities that lie within the realm of the mind and the creation of the illusion. Remember that this illusion is your teacher, for without this illusion there is no teaching for the self to forget itself into, and there is no separation for the self to find unity within all of creation. This physical illusion offers many souls just like yourself to offer and be of service and learn the lessons of service to others, for in serving others there is service to self. Communication that occur via dreams through the veiled portions of the mind occur in coordination with those entities that are functioning with more activation of the green ray or higher activation at these times. Hence, in all cases, it is of use for all entities on your third density plane to ponder on the contents and emotional intent behind their dreams. Those entities that have already ascended into the green ray energy centers are often given the insights of the future through dreams. And it takes a different level of activity. This is what your kind terms as precognition or prior knowing of that which shall occur in the near time-space of your timeline. The third density is that of yellow ray, and hence for any physical appearance of these dreams into the third density require time. As in this density a certain incubation period is required before the manifestations happen. These can be achieved at once. Such entities on your plane that understand that all time exists simultaneously within the realms of your existential time-space. And to a great extent, there is no meaning of the terms of the past and present time-spaces as separated by your conditioned mind complexes. Dreams can also be used as a means to polarize into the positive or negative paths. During the resting time or sleep time as known by this instrument, it may call upon the guides, higher self, or angelic personalities in order to provide it the required guidance when required. Therefore, dreams can be considered as a tool of providing experiences of varied nature to your kinds. That which is most helpful for understanding the distortions and meanings behind the various events that shadow your plane of illusion at present. Many of your beings at certain times are able to pierce through the veil of forgetfulness and gather the information about the time-spaces that exist in other dimensions, lending a hand to such entity to understand the probability of existing in such dimensions, and the understanding of which leads to knowing the past and future and simultaneous existences of the self in these different realms. Sometimes, many activities that you do in your dream state are the interdimensional bleed-through that occur that give you a glimpse of the interdimensional reality that exists within this perception of the third density plane. During the penetration of the veil, many polarized entities may interact with such entities and grant necessary information or guidance if the need be. There is a kind of vocabulary that exists in the dream state that is not yet understood by many of your kinds. Only those individuals who deal with the so-called tarots understand the hidden meaning of these symbolisms that are offered in the dream state, and it may be of use to the one entity during its present time-space situation, as this instrument would term it in its language term. The portions of the dreaming process which are helpful for polarization and also for the vision of the mystic take place in time-space, and consequently use the bridge from metaphysical to physical for what seems to be a brief period of your time-space. The time-space equivalent is far greater. The bridge remains, however, and transduces each distortion of mind, body, and spirit, as it has received the distortions of energy influxes so that healing may take place. This healing process does not occur within the incidence of rapid eye movement, but rather occurs largely in the space-time portion of the souls, using the bridge to time-space for the process of healing to be enabled. Dreams are mostly created by the subconscious mind of each entity depending on the various meanings and situations that the entity encounters on a daily basis. We leave you now, beloveds. Bye.